What's up? It's episode 1 of Stay the Course podcast. This is the one that's going to be official, and to be honest with you, man, this is actually the 4th take I do on this. This is a lot harder than I thought. I want to talk about something that's that creative, something that's fun. I wanted to make it funny. I want to make it serious. I don't want to get emotional, get caught up in my feelings, and it's weird. I'm struggling with this a lot more than I thought I would. But this is gonna be the final take. I gotta live by the name of this podcast, and it's Stay the Course. The goal is to get one podcast up every Friday, one video up every Friday. And the more comfortable I get, the more I begin to develop my own technique, my own style of doing this. I will continue to upload it and do that with the podcast. But in the meantime, even if I bomb, even if what I mean by bombing is even if I do this and I get 0 views, 0 likes, 0 shares, 0 comments, 0 messages, 0 calls telling me how awesome it is, I got to keep putting it out. I got to put it out, because the only way that I will get better is if I eat massive crap. What I mean by that is that to put content out, even if it sucks, because this is all repetition. It's all key to my development. It's all key to my growth. It's all key to my style. This is going to be key for me to making a successful podcast, so that you guys can go ahead and tune in, enjoy, and hopefully the stuff that I'm talking about resonates with you and with everyone else that is being shared with. So with that being said, this is episode 1. I thought about focusing on a certain topic, friendships and relationships, or health or coronavirus. I don't know. I was thinking about all kinds of different topics. And the thing that I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna talk about random stuff. So here's the deal. So this is actually, like I said, this is actually the 4th attempt. The 4th attempt that I've tried to do this today. The first attempt I did about 30 minutes, and I just wasn't happy with it. I was like, man, that's garbage. I'm gonna delete it. So I deleted it. I did a second attempt, which was another about 30 minutes, 28 minutes, I believe. And I was a little bit happier with it, but at the same time, I was like, this is garbage. This is nonsense. I mean, I know that my head is filled with it, but I don't want to fill your head with it. So I was like, let's get rid of this. The third time actually was working out kind of good. It's kind of weird. I'm looking around to make sure that nobody thinks I'm crazy because I'm out here talking into the camera. So the third time I felt good. I started off with a bad day. I was frustrated. I was a little bit, not having a good day. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and go outside and hit some weights, because I got a bunch of random weights, 35, 25, 15 dumbbells. I've got a curling bar. I've got an Olympic bench press bar. No bench press, but I figured I can just go ahead and hit the bar by itself. Maybe throw 25 plates on it and just kind of on an incline bench, So I did that. I did some rows with the dumbbells. I actually did some skull crushers with the kettlebell. I did some tricep jams with the 15 pounders. And I've come to realize that I'm weak. I'm so weak. That it's embarrassing. But that too is going to be something I'm going to be working on here. The one major thing that there is no strength in is my core. My core is nothing but fat. I'm a fat, disgusting animal when it comes to my core. But I don't know. Either I do something about it or I can shut up, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and try to do some core work, and also a lot of stretching. Just stretching. I've had some bad shoulders, and so for me to stretch, kind of like my homemade yoga type of workouts have helped me break a sweat and loosen up my joints a little bit, But with that being said, I want to get into today. This morning I woke up and I went hunting. I went on a hunt for toilet paper and eggs. When I got to the last store, man, I was like, man, this is gonna suck. If this was caveman days, I'd have to come home to the wife and kids and just let them know that we weren't gonna eat for that night because hunting was unsuccessful. But luckily, I found what I was looking for. I found toilet paper and I found eggs. In which case, I was able to bring some home and feel good about the hunt. But yeah, I think it's silly that I thought about it as hunting, but at the same time, it's kind of cool. So I'm out here in Morleyfield. I ditched the pad for a second because I just couldn't focus, man. I couldn't focus because I've been thinking about this podcast. I wanted it to be great. I want it to be, I just want it to be good. I want it to be good. I want you guys to like it. I want you guys to feel it. And I just couldn't get the vibe in my house. So I ended up coming out here to Morley Field, and originally I went to Golden Hills. Over on there's a little parking lot that overlooks like the city. You can see the city, Coronado Bridge and all that. And I was gonna film the video with the city in the background, but everybody was getting high. Everybody around me was smoking weed, and I was like, look, listen to me. Listen, if weed is your thing, weed is your thing. I don't have a problem with that. I just don't want to be around it. I don't want to be around it, So I just packed my bag. I was like, let me go somewhere else. And if you do smoke weed or do anything that has THC, hey, I love you. There's no hatred on your way, no animosity. It's legal. Do your thing, I don't know why I did that, or said that, but anyways, I didn't want to be there. So I just packed up my bags and left. Now I'm in Morleyfield, and it's actually kind of cool. So let me just kind of show you guys what I'm dealing with here. There's nobody. This is like the zombie apocalypse. This is like, there's nobody here, man. There's nobody here. Well, maybe there's a couple souls, including do dogs have souls? Because there's a couple of them, But anyways, we're out here, and we're just trying to make this podcast jam out here. So once again, this is I'm going to be putting out contests hopefully every Friday. So regardless of how amazing it sounds, or how stupid it is, or how comfortable or uncomfortable, how successful I think it is, I will be putting stuff out. I am open to all kinds of comments, good and bad. Shoot them my way, I don't care. But there is one thing that's been on my mind lately, and this is going out specifically to the people that I love. All right. So, number one, let me address this issue here. Not an issue, but let me address this regarding the situation that happened in my household. Okay, I love my wife. I love my kids. I love spending time with them. I love it when it's just me and my wife. I love it when it's me and my oldest son, Ezekiel, or me and my youngest son, Caleb. I do different things with each person depending on who I'm with, and we also do two things together as a friend. But for some reason, it always seems like when I want to leave, like today I wanted to get away to come do this podcast, it stirs something up, and I'm starting to wonder, is there something wrong with me doing something that I like doing personally? In other words, should I get upset, or should your significant other, your wife, your spouse, whatever you want to call it, should they be getting upset because you feel like you need some time for yourself? Whether it's to go work out, whether it's to come film a video podcast, whether it's to go for a run, whether it's to go to the gym, whether it's to go train jiu-jitsu, maybe go shoot some arrows. Speaking of shooting arrows, there's an archery range here, and I have a recurve bow that I haven't used, and I'm going to use that too during this quarantine. If I can get out here and there's nobody there, because I don't want anybody to shoot me, and I don't want to shoot anybody with my arrows, because the arrow's pretty badass, and it will pierce your chest and lungs. So anyways, I began to think, why are we getting upset? Why can't I not do something that I like doing myself? Is that wrong? Is it wrong that I like time for myself? You let me know. I don't know. I'm married. I'm 42 years old, married for 14 years, maybe 15 years. I don't know, which my wife hasn't watched the previous video, so I'm assuming that she's not going to watch this one and she's not going to be upset. But who knows? She might. But that was something that was bothering me today. I was like, man, why is it? Should I just focus strictly on my wife and kids? Is it wrong that I want to just go chill out by myself? You know, I've always been a loner. I've always been just the lone wolf on his own. So why I don't know why it's a problem now. But anyways, I still love her. We were able to talk about it, and maybe I got off on the wrong foot. Maybe she got off on the wrong foot. I don't know, whatever the case was. I'm not blaming anyone, but what I am saying is that I don't think there's a problem. Sometimes you just need to do you, man. Sometimes you need to get away from other people and just go do your own thing. Whether it's meditating, whether it's stretching, whether it's going for a run, you gotta take care of yourself. Obviously, when everybody else, when the rest of the family is involved, I think it's important for them to be involved for family things. But I think everybody, man or woman, I think everybody needs that time for themselves. So if you're a married couple out there and you're doing everything for your family as a husband, you're doing everything for your wife and kids, right? Do you have the right to go do something on your own? Or is it mandatory that you bring your family away? And same thing for wives. So you're out here taking care of the home or go out there working, assuming, that you either work or you stay at home, depending on what your trade is, your life trade is. Is it an issue that you want to say, hey, honey, take care of the kids. I'm going to go grab a cup of coffee at Starbucks with the girls. Or I'm going to go go to the library and read a book. Or I'm going to go for a walk. Whatever. I don't think there's a problem with that. Or am I wrong? I don't know. You guys let me know. That's the first part of this. The second part of this episode is I want to talk about friendships, man. And friendships have been heavy on my heart lately. I'm a terrible friend. I wish I was a better friend. I'm the kind of friend, how do I say this? I guess with some people I've stuck the course, and with some people I've strayed away. But what I mean by that is this. I'm talking about myself. I at one point I had a core group of friends. And being in their company, man, was awesome. It was amazing. We encouraged each other. I felt like we made each other better. If you know anything about my life, you know that I fell into this crazy spiral of depression, and I also had started dealing with my anxiety and panic attacks, and just not being able to focus, being completely unattached from the reality of everything that's around me, man. And I ended up pushing everybody away. Well, now that it's been 4 or 5 years, and I've had time to sit back and try to figure out my life, redo my life, reconfigure, or just trying to get back to normal. Because I'm going to tell you something. For those last 4 or 5 years, I didn't feel normal. There was dark stuff in my head. My heart was filled with anger, with bitterness. I was unhappy with life, dude. I felt unsuccessful. I felt like everything that I was learning and being taught, like I couldn't implement it. I couldn't live it out. And for me to be in a role that portrayed the image of being a role model, a leader, something like that. I just felt like I was living this double life. You know what I mean? I was miserable. So I pushed everyone away. And now that I'm feeling better about myself, and now that I'm feeling better about how I've put my life, now that I'm trying to get my life back in order, I feel like I need to tell these people that that I'm sorry. I feel like I need to tell these people that their friendship meant the world to me, and yet I was a dummy, and I pushed everybody away. They weren't the problem. I was the problem. I had all the issues. I was the one that was unhappy. I was the one that was miserable. I was the one that was bitter. I was the one that was envious. I was the one that was jealous. I was the one that was just a complete mess. And I feel like I owe these people an apology. I wish I could. I wish I had the courage to name drop and tell everybody, how I feel. But I'm hoping that this video will get to them. I'm hoping that this video will get to their homes, to their devices, and that they'll be able to understand and just really just get it, just understand where this is coming from, which is my heart, and that it's directed to these certain individuals. Some people pretended to be my friend, I think. Some people pretended to like me, I think, and that's fine. It doesn't bother me, because I've also pretended to like people, and that is my bad. I should genuinely appreciate everyone, because I feel that everyone brings something. Now, every now and then you might have an a-hole in the group, and I might just be that a-hole. I don't know. I hope not. But one thing I know is that for me, there's no greater feeling than to be in around good people, happy people, fun people, and people that just are kind and respectful and loving of everything. So for those of you that I've pushed away, you know who you are. I'm sorry. I love every single one of you guys. To all my family that I've possibly hurt with the negligence or with the lack of communication. Sorry, I love you guys too. I'm working on myself. I'm working on trying to be better. I'm working on everything. I'm working on trying to, to prove to myself that I'm a better person. Because at the end of the day, it's me. It's me that doesn't believe in myself. It's me that doesn't believe that I'm a good person. It's me that doesn't believe that I'm good enough. And when I say it's me, it's just the voices in my head. It's what I hear. It's what I hear in my head. And now I've been really, really fortunate enough to I've been really, really fortunate enough to be able to admit to myself that I've been the problem. And hopefully in the near future, I can go ahead and begin to reconnect with people that I really enjoy being with. So this is it's an emotional subject, man. It's such a subject. I think because nobody wants to admit that they're wrong. Nobody wants to admit that they made the mistake. And I'm here telling you guys straight up that I made the mistake. I made the mistake for not caring. I made the mistake for cutting the lines of communication. I made the mistake. So I'm working on that. I'm planning this year, but this year is the year that's gonna make and break things. I'm finally on track to doing things that I enjoy doing, especially this podcast thing. You guys don't even know how difficult it is to talk into the wind. Talking to the wind. And you know what? Actually, this is actually, I'm kind of lying right now, because due to this coronavirus, a lot of the churches right now are doing this. They're speaking into the wind, and things are going to be live. See, this is recorded, but you guys are doing it live. So you guys, whoever's doing the speaking into the cameras, into the microphone, it's not the same feeling as when you're alive. It's not the same feeling as when you're conversating with somebody else. So you'll understand that, you know, but I feel like this is going to be the new thing. And one other thing, moving on. I want to say this. This is, and you know, I'm a dad. I've got 2 kids. Both of my boys play soccer, and they do sports. And I personally, I'm not an expert, but I got boxing mitts, target mitts. I've got Muay Thai pads. I've got jump ropes and stuff like that. Anyways, my whole thing is this. Right now, as a father, I think it's important, even as a mother, it's important for us to be out. I was going to say be outside, but follow the social distancing techniques or guidelines and work with your kids outside. Go outside. Be outside. Especially you. Work on yourself. Go outside, do some jumping jacks, do some push-ups, do some burpees. Pick something heavy up. Pick something heavy up, put it over your shoulder. Pick something heavy up, and do a squat. Do something. Come on. We never have time for ourselves. Now is the time. Now is the time. So with everything that's being said, if you have a patio, go sit out on your patio, read a book, pick up a guitar. Reading books. I love books. I just started reading some books. Broken Spear. I forgot the author, but I remember The Conquest of New Spain, which is by Bernal Diaz. Amazing book that so far. And you know, I've read a couple books on red-tailed hawks, on different kind of raptors and predatory birds, and it's amazing. But anyways, let's use this time to better ourselves. That's part of the reason why I'm doing this right now, because I feel like I get so caught up in my regular life cycles that I ignore stuff. But here it is. I've got some time. You've got some time. Call somebody up and say, what's up? Call your friend up and be like, hey, how you doing? I missed you. Love you. Whatever you want to say to them. I got a call from the homie Joshua. I think his last name is, anyways, no last names. His name is Joshua. I know you guys all might know him on Facebook by Lestat Mondragon. And I don't know if it's Mondragon or Mondragon. Anyways, so I got a call from Lestat, and his words to me, I hadn't spoke to him in about, I don't know, Lestat, correct me if I'm wrong, a year, 2 years maybe less than that, but I'm gonna say about a year. I hadn't talked to him, and he called me up to tell me how proud he was for the one video that I sent out, the intro. And man, and that set a fire up underneath me, because I was like, because it began to trigger a bunch of different ideas. So call somebody up and tell them, you know, like tell them, hey, what's up, man? I was thinking about you, you know, whatever. Call somebody up, make somebody's day today. All right. As much as I've been saying that this is about me, in reality, it's not about me. Or maybe it is about me and what I can bring to other people. So no matter what it is that you're doing, you got something to give somebody. So take your experience, take your wisdom, take your life, share it with somebody, so that if there is somebody that can benefit from what you have to offer, they can, and then that person can cause a chain reaction and give it to somebody else that has something to offer. So with that being said, I'm going to end this episode right here, because I've only got 30 minutes. I'm at about 24 right now, and this was a lot more difficult than I thought, but I think I got some stuff off of my chest. I think it was that. So if I can tell you, if I could say anything to you today, is that, for one, take time for yourself. I think you need it. Take time to say what's up to somebody, a friend, or just, even if it's not a friend, just somebody that, you know, somebody that might be, you feel that might have a need. Speaking of needs, about 2 weeks ago, I saw some guy downtown, a homeless dude, and it was raining. He had his a cobija over him, a blanket, and he was barefooted out there, sloshing around in the water, in the puddles. And I was like, man, that's what a bummer, dude. So I had a pair of brand new kicks at home. I bought them for me, but my wife said they look like old man shoes, those white old man shoes. So I didn't want to wear them anymore. But they were brand new. And they were ponies. The only reason I bought them was because they were a pony brand. And Pony, if you know anything about pony brands, it's a classic old school brand. So I just kind of thought, that'd be cool to have some pony gear. But anyways, I saw that, man. And so that same day, I put the shoes in the truck. And I drove around. I drove around doing my business, went on work, whatever. And I never saw him again. But just the other day, I went to go return some books, some falconry books, to the North Park Library. And as I was exiting the alleyway, there was this another homeless man with no shoes. So as I drove past him, I put the truck in reverse, I honk, and I go, "What's up, dog?" And he goes, "Hey, what's up, homie?" I like the voices. He goes, "Hey, what's up, homie?" And it's a white guy, missing all his teeth because, crack and all that stuff, I guess. I'm just being judgmental. I'm making those stories, but more than likely that's what it was. so I go, "Hey, bro, I got some shoes, man. You interested?" And he goes, "Yeah, man. Let me, yeah, please, thank you, man, please." So I gave him my shoes. And he wanted to give me a hug, and I was like, "Oh, 6 feet, bro, 6 feet, social distancing, man, coronavirus, bro." Especially someone out in the street. I don't know what they got, but I gave him the shoes. And as he grabbed them, and he was looking at him, he turned around and looked at me. He goes, "Oh, dog," he goes, "I love you, dog. I love you." And I was like, "Dog, I love you too." I love you too, dog. What I like about what I'm doing here is that hopefully this video, this podcast, this form of communication will be able to go beyond certain confinements. This is greater than anything I thought. I'm not talking about, let's repeat this. I may only get maybe, I don't know, I checked out the YouTube video. I try not to get hung up on likes, video, views, shares, and stuff like that. But I went to my YouTube channel to go check out how many views on the previous video, and it was only 33, and I was like, that sucked. What was I going with this? I forgot. I forgot where I was going with this. But anyways, long story short, let's cut this clip. It's I'm in the 28 minutes now, and I don't want to run out of time. Do something for other people. Help people. Be kind to people. Love people. Friends, any of my friends, I love you. I'm sorry I let you guys down. I'm a complete idiot, and I'm learning from all my mistakes. It's taken a long time for me to learn, but at least I'm learning, and I will continue to stay the course. So if I can tell you anything, if you're going through any struggles, if you're going through any kind of moments in your head of anxiety, depression, go ahead and keep pushing. It ggets better. Keep fighting your fight. It gets better. I promise you, it will not end this way. And if you do feel like you're running out of time or you can't cope, send a message to my website, to my email, and I will guide you or send you to somebody that can help you out if I can't do it. Whether it's just talking, it's communicating. I want to tell you, if you're listening to me, I love you. Take care of yourself. This is Stay the Course Podcast, episode 1. We're going live soon. The website's live, www.staythecoursesd.com. Follow me on Instagram at staythecoursesd. Follow me at Facebook, Stay the Course SD. Follow me on Twitter, Stay the Course SD. Everything is at Stay the Course SD. Let's go.